to another edition of Arizona Living. Tonight, I'm going to answer more of your questions. Stay tuned. Happy Friday night, Zonies. Look who we have with us. We have little Rory in the house. You didn't bring me any DQ today, huh? No? Okay. So, all right, guys. I see comments already. Happy Friday. Some of you were kind enough to give me some comments in advance. Rory, it's really hot in here. Why don't you leave? Why don't you go? Watch it downstairs with Mom. It's hot. It's really hot. I already drank one bottle of water while I was getting in here setting up shop. There's Sour Patch, as you can see. Well, the other way. There's Sour Patch, as you can see. And Rory decided to take a seat next to me. So happy Friday, guys. So Jay DeQuento, another stream. Yes. Go to the gym. Where's Tila and Phil? Where's Retired 2019? Where's Sour Patch? I just showed you Sour Patch. Jay DeQuento, LOL. Phil, present. Tila, go to the gym. Tanya and Phil in the house. Congrats again. I'm going to get to go to Jim's comment in a minute. Feels bad. Damn, someone disliked this video. Someone disliked it right off the bat. That's pretty funny. I hadn't even gotten started yet. Scott Jackson, when is monsoon season in Arizona? I believe it's, June through September. Rob V, let's get Sam. What do you mean let's get? You mean go? I don't know. Okay. Go to the gym. Yay, the gang's all here. Hey, Tila. Jay DeQuento said, Derek Doswell. Good evening, Sam. Good evening to you, Derek. Phil, happy Friday. Sam, I hope I'm looking good on your big screen. You know why I'm wearing green today and why I wore blue last time? Because we haven't washed the black colors. So Cartoon Wife, she actually separates all the different colors. You know, the whites, the blacks, the colors. I don't do that. When I wash clothes, I put them all together. But she don't like it when I do that. So anyway, we're out of black clothing. So and this is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing colors because that's all I got that was clean. All right.
And you're wearing green underwear.
I'm wearing green underwear. See, I match. I'm very St. Patrick-like today. Thanks for sharing what color underwear I'm wearing, Roy. I appreciate that. Okay, she thinks that's funny. Derek just made it to Tucson today from Asheville, North Carolina. Hope you're enjoying Tucson. D. Terrence 1, what up, Sammy? How you doing? I'm doing good. Feels bad. It's raining like crazy. Yeah, over here on the west side, it was pockets of rain earlier. I took a drive to Queen Creek.
Really?
Yeah, there's pockets of rain. Where do you think you saw rainbows? Because of rain.
There's 4 rainbows.
There were 4 rainbows she saw today. Rick Allen, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Feels bad. Also, there's an Asian culture in Chandler, an outlet mall with a big Asian grocery store. Yeah, they got some big Asian grocery stores here and there, but there's no Chinatown. Yeah, you want my phone? Take my phone. Goodbye. That's all she wanted. That's all she wanted was my phone. Goodbye. Goodbye. Get out of here. It's hot in here. Go to my room. Your room's probably hot too. All right, goodbye. When she was real little, she used to say, I want your phone, 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 phone. That's what she used to say to me. Kid's addicted. We really don't let her play with stuff too much now. And school officially starts with her on Monday. Today we got to meet her teacher for the first time, her 2nd grade teacher. We did it over webcam. So that was interesting. And then starting Monday, she's in school. She might be in our living room, but it's legit school for her. So playtime is over. We got more comments here. Scott Jackson, is it true that Kingman, Arizona had a tornado? I have not heard that, but I don't really look at the news too much. It's possible, but it's Kingman. There's not much there. Tila, glad you're getting a little relief with a bit of rain. Yeah, it might be a little tiny bit of rain here and there. Yesterday it was like 90 degrees, so that was a little bit of a relief. But yeah, we'll take it when we can get it. It doesn't rain too often here in the Phoenix Valley, maybe 5 times a year, maybe. Monica Garcia, thank you for all your information, Sam. I'm moving to Arizona on Monday. Get out of here. You're moving to Verado on Monday, Monica? That's great. Congratulations. And I'll stop busting your chops about how often you're going to visit your sister. Feels bad. You should run for mayor. It's funny you say that, feels bad. Someone else asked me. I'm going to get to the other question somebody asked me previously, all right? But yeah, it's along those lines there, my friend. So I got questions here that some of you guys were kind enough to give me, and I want to start hitting those up. Phil, Sam, thanks for the Jerry Garcia vegan ice cream tip. It rocks. Ate the whole pint. I don't know if it's actually vegan or just dairy free, but I know it's at least dairy free, at least. I don't know if it's quote unquote vegan. I assume there's no animal product in there, but I could be wrong. But I'm glad you liked it regardless. Scott Jackson, Sam, send the rain to Michigan. Been 80s and back to 90. Well, you're in Michigan. It's a lot greener there than it is here. As I can tell you that. So let me go and start answering the questions that were previously asked, okay? We've been going at this now, believe it or not, already 6 minutes. I haven't said a damn thing. Been going on for 6 minutes already, guys. So first question, well, I shouldn't say it's a question. First comment from Go to the Gym. I just want to share with my fellow Zonies. My condo went on the market yesterday and sold in 3 hours for $10,000 over asking. Holy crap! 3 hours and $10,000 more than what you asked for? That's insanity. I'll be headed to Arizona in 3 weeks. Sam saved me a spot. Well, congratulations, Go to the Gym. Good for you. That's freaking 3 hours. Holy crap. That's crazy. Wow. Well, congratulations. That is freaking impressive, my friend. Impressive. Phil, Sam, have you heard anything new regarding the smart town Bill Gates is rumored to build in Arizona? Well, Phil, just for you, I did a little Googling before this powwow here, and there's a whole lot of nothing to report. They bought additional land out by Tonopah/Buckeye, but as far as I could tell, they haven't started building anything. It's all talk. They started back in 2017. They have done ungats up to this point. I have an interesting tidbit. They purchased 25,000 acres for $80 million, and they have yet to do anything as far as I could tell from that article I read today. And I Googled, that was the only one article I could read, and all it said was that they bought a little bit more land. That was it. It was a whole lot of nothing, that article. Oh, someone else wrote something here. Oh, Go to the Gym. Congratulations. Everyone's congratulating Go to the Gym. That's awesome. Okay, next question over here. From Tila, Phil's better half. Sam, I would have loved to have seen Michael Jackson in concert in his prime, like the Thriller tour, as well as David Bowie, Queen, and Whitney Houston. Which artists would you have loved to have seen in concert in their prime? This is a good question. Tila and Phil with their book of questions. I went to a house once that was a block away from Whitney Houston's crack house in Jersey. So she's not on my list of celebrities I've met. But I'm not really into music. I'm not really into sports. However, I did compile a list of athletes I would have liked to have seen perform in their prime. Like Michael Jordan, of course, the best of basketball. Muhammad Ali, Joe Montana, and Hulk Hogan. I would have liked to see them in their prime, you know. I doubt I'll ever get an opportunity. I know Hulk Hogan every once in a while wrestles, but his body's not doing so good. I'll probably never get to see Hogan wrestle, and none of those people, because some of them are dead right now, obviously. But, you know, that's my list of I know it's not what you asked. You asked about musicians. I'm not really into music. So, you know, Like I told you, Cartoon Wife got us tickets to see Daughtry. It was like my Christmas gift. And because of this COVID thing, we ended up canceling it. And I wasn't thrilled with the freaking gift, tell you the truth. I don't want to get my ears blown out. I'd much rather see a comedy show. Like somebody like Fluffy, you know, Gabriel Iglesias. But, and in all fairness, the gift I got Cartoon Wife also canceled because of COVID. I got her a Groupon to do one of the maze things. You know, when you go with a group to this maze thing, you got to figure out, you know, a puzzle. You know what I mean? What do you call that? Escape the Room. That's it. Escape the Room. I got her tickets to Escape the Room because we did it once before. She really liked it. I did it for free with Yelps and some of Yelp Elite. And so I figured I'll get her the package. We'll go again. But, you know, I had to cancel it because of COVID. She liked it a hell of a lot more than I did. Okay, more comments here. Look at this. Wow. Tila, Smart Town. Uh-oh, Sam. Get ready to see aliens now, not just UFOs. Very funny. Scott Jackson, is your governor still making masks still mandatory in Arizona? My governor? As far as I know, it's city to city. There's no ordinance out there statewide from our fantastic Governor Ducey telling the entire state they need to wear masks. So it's city by city. That's the last I heard, at least. I mean, if you're a moron and inconsiderate, you'll go out wearing a mask. But for most folks that are respectable and give a shit about other people, they take it upon themselves to wear a mask. Let's see. Okay. Feels bad. What are you up to this weekend, my dude? I got a whole freaking list of things I need to do. We got to start prepping the house for sale. A lot of stuff. Like, for example, I printed something out. I need to get it notarized. So I'm going to call the bank tomorrow. See if I can just go to the bank to get it notarized for free. Worst case, I'm going to have to freaking go to the UPS store where they charge you like $15. Worst case. But I need to get something notarized. My brother was a notary, but I don't want to go driving all the way to see him because, COVID. But we'll see. We'll see how I end up doing this thing tomorrow. And my brother doesn't believe in wearing a mask. Probably shouldn't have said that. Okay, so more comments here. Taylor, happy Friday from Maryland. Home of steamed crab. I love crab. Between Arizona and Nevada, which state has better weather and which state offers more federal employment options? That's an interesting question there, Taylor from Maryland. Again, you're bragging. You got crab out there. And between Nevada and Arizona, I mean, Nevada, they have the freaking Las Vegas, obviously. And I'm not a big fan of Vegas, tell you the truth. Both climates, they both suck. They're both pretty much the same, hot as balls. Both low humidity. Which one has the more you said federal employment options? I honestly couldn't tell you which one has more federal employment options, working for the government. I don't know. But between the two, they both suck, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of either one, tell you the truth, But I call it how I see it. I'm not a fan of either one. I'm not a Las Vegas guy. I've been there several times. Back when the economy was in the crapper, they were like giving tickets away to see shows. It was a ghost town. But it's just not for me. I don't like Vegas. It's not my thing. If you would have asked me between Florida and Arizona, I'd tell you Arizona, only because Florida, they have freaking humidity and tornadoes and a damn mouse. I don't like the mouse. So that's all I can tell you, Taylor. Taylor, Sam, I would also love to have seen some Summer Olympics from the past. The Olympics? I can't stand the Olympics. Oh, I hate watching the Olympics. Oh, I'd rather see paint dry. I don't like watching the Olympics at all. Not one tiny little weeny bit. I don't like the Olympics. I'm glad it only happened 4 times every 4 years. I don't like the Olympics one bit. Go to the gym. A Yelp or what? I'm a Yelp elite. Okay. When you get to a point where you rated a ton of stuff on Yelp, you can apply to be in what's called their elite program, and I get invited to free stuff, basically. So I've been invited to Legoland in the Arizona Mills Mall. I've been invited to lots of different things. We went to some museum, like natural museum thing. Lots of cool places they've invited me to that I've gone to for free because I'm a Yelp elite. I've been Yelp elite for 5 years now, so now I'm gold. If I stay Yelp elite for another 5 years, I become black, and that means I get invited to exclusive events. So I'm looking forward to, once this COVID thing is over, being invited to very high-end exclusive events. And that's all it is. We get to go to places sometimes for free because of my Yelp status. And I got to be a Yelp elite because everywhere I went, I wrote a little review. I took some pictures of my meal. I commented when I went out to eat. I always comment on 3 things. I comment on the ambiance, I comment on the service, and I comment on the food quality. Those 3 things. And most of the time, I give at least a 3. Unless they really piss me off, I rate them at minimum a 3. And then I'm kind of stingy with my 5s because 5 is the max. So a lot of places will get 4s. Some places will get 5s. Most places will get 3s. And if they piss me off, and here's a cool thing though. So there's this pretzel shop in town. And like an Annie's Pretzels, but it's called Wetzel's Pretzels. And I gave them a 1 because the guy pissed me off at the counter. So what usually happens when I give a 1, because it has happened from time to time, the manager reaches out to me and they beg me to go back for freebies in hopes that I'll reverse my poor rating. So that's kind of cool. I don't give bad ratings for free stuff, but every single time I've given a bad rating, the manager contacts me and says, hey, I'm sorry you experienced poor service. Let us make it up to you. So that's happened at least 3 times, at least. And I don't think I've ever taken them up on their offer. But, you know, it's a fake, false sense of being important, being a Yelp elite. It really doesn't mean anything. But it's something I could put on the resume next to former Blockbuster card holder, you know. More questions. Look at that. Wild Bill in the house. Robert Vogel. I don't care for Vegas either. Thank you, Robert. Rob V. I might have missed it, but how are school going to operate with COVID? Well, my daughter starts school on Monday, and they're going to use this program called Canvas. And basically, it's like kind of like Zoom, you know, a Zoom meeting. And so basically that's all it is. They're going to operate with that. The teacher's going to give them assignments, and they're going to do that, I think, for 4 hours a day, just sitting there watching the teacher talk via, you know, video conference. And we're going to take it a day at a time. You know, Monday's going to be the worst day because we got to iron out all the kinks. She's using an old laptop. Rory's going to be using an old laptop that I re-imaged because it had malware on it. But this sucker is old, and I'm trying to be frugal because we got the new house coming. I need to start saving money, cutting expenses wherever we can, and we really don't want to pay to buy her a laptop. Now, Cartoon Wife informed me that her school has offered to loan laptops out, but we'll see. If it comes to that, I really don't want to buy one if I don't have to. But if it's really bad, I'll just borrow one from the school because I'm not cheap, okay? So we'll see. We'll see if I end up borrowing a laptop from the school. But, you know, it might have COVID on it. So I'm trying not to go back. I went to the school, actually, this past week. I went 7:30 in the morning to pick up her freaking yearbook that I bought like a year ago. They finally came in. Get this. The yearbook cost $40, and it was soft cover. It wasn't even hardcover. $40. Can you believe that? Holy crap, that's a lot of money for a freaking yearbook that's not hardcover. Insane. I gave her several speeches. Don't color in the book. Don't tear pages out. Who knows what she's going to end up doing with the book. But yeah, at least I bought the book. You know, me, I don't even have my high school books, you know, because I went to 2 different high schools. I didn't buy books from either one because I didn't like nobody. I went to school because I was forced to. I didn't want to be there. So the last thing I wanted was a freaking souvenir from the high school. Now, let me tell you another quick little thing. The day I graduated from high school, you know how they force you to buy the freaking cap and gown? As I walked away, I hung up my gown and the cap on the freaking fence of the school and I walked away. Because to me, high school is crap. It's nothing. It's meaningless. A body that's barely breathing could pass high school. I didn't learn a damn thing after 7th grade, and that's the truth. I learned nothing past 7th grade. It was a complete and total waste of my time. I wish somebody would have told me that I could have gone and gotten the damn GED and not wasted my time in high school and then gone off and probably started, you know, my own small businesses, failed and learned from that. It would have been more productive for me to do that than waste 4 years of my life sitting in a freaking chair. You know, I used to go to school wearing pajamas, and I brought a pillow once because I was bored out of my skull, you know. And then my last year, I was in the co-op program where you could work half the day and go to school half the day, you know. And that's a whole story. I got fired from my job. That's a whole long story. That's the one and only job I got fired from, and I deserved it. And it was a valuable lesson. Very valuable lesson. I got fired from that very first job. Very, very valuable. After that, I became a stellar employee. But, we all make mistakes, live and learn. I'm glad I made my mistakes on my very first job that didn't mean anything. And after that, I dusted myself off and I learned from it. And I moved on. And since then, I had like 19 plus more jobs after that. So I learned my lessons. More comments. Look at that. No, I'm not considering running for mayor. Feels bad. Robert, what's good to hear that Arizona coming down? Oh wait, what's good to hear that Arizona's coming down in COVID numbers, lowering than Florida, other southern states. I'm probably butchering how you said that. Yeah, the curve is definitely starting to come down. It's still high. It's still high. It's not flat by any means, but the curve is trending down, starting to trend down in Arizona. But we're far, far away from this being over. It is not over. One of my sister-in-laws just posted this week, a childhood friend of hers, the friend's mom was in the hospital for gallstones. She ended up contracting COVID while in the hospital. She was in the ventilator for 5 weeks and then died. Okay? So this is no joke. This is not a flu. This is for real. So I'm still being super uber precautious with this. It is not over in Arizona, but it's starting to trend down. Maybe some of the idiots are starting to wear masks. Maybe. Let's see here. Oh, here's a tidbit for you. So apparently, the Democratic headquarters in Phoenix got burnt down a couple days ago. They said it was arson. Now, I can't say it was the Republicans because they were pissed off that their boy is going to be knocked out of office in a few months. But chances are, that's what happened, They're sore losers. There's nothing they can do at this point. It's game over. Game over. So, Biden's going to come into office, and I'm just hoping real estate stays red hot. Hoping it stays red hot because I need all the monies I can get when we sell this house. It's probably going to be put on the market around January. But this is not a political show, but I do share my perspectives from time to time. This show is supposedly about Arizona. It's not really about Arizona. It's about me. About what, we're here on a Friday night just bullshitting. You want to hear what's going to, like Howard Stern, you want to hear what comes out of his mouth, what comes out next, So I just call it like I see it, You want to hear another story? Today, Roy's very upset. I accidentally ran over a bird. We were driving and I didn't see the bird there. What was the bird doing in the middle of the road? That we were going 45 miles an hour, which was the speed limit. I wasn't speeding. And there were tons of birds in the road. And I ran over one and feathers went all over the place. And so Roy is very upset over the whole thing. But hey, it's not like none of us have never eaten chicken before. It's a bird. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do it intentionally. It was an accident. But hey, live and learn. Maybe there were tons of freaking birds in the road. And those birds on that road, for whatever reason, they're always swooping in front of my car like they want me to hit them, Not for nothing. But, it happens. It happens. It was unavoidable, What am I going to do? Flip the car over to avoid hitting the bird? I didn't even see the damn bird. Cartoon wife told me afterwards that there were feathers all over the place. Where was I? How did I even get off on that tangent? I don't know. Okay. Well, we got comments here. I missed out on some comments. The screen moved. Okay, Susan Jones. I don't like watching the Olympics either. Yes, better to watch paint dry. Thank you, Susan. Monica Garcia. When is your house finished? My closing date is in February. So you're moving Monday and your closing's in February? What? My house, they have not started to build at all yet. I'll be getting a date pretty soon. I'm anticipating May of next year that the new house will actually be finished. We'll see. And the pool thing is still not 100% in stone. I'm working on getting some loot because I need 50% up front for the pool in order for them to build it. So that's the latest with that. Okay. Go to the gym. Oh, no, I skipped one. I'm sorry. Feels bad. Have you ever ate at Jack in the Box? Yes, I've eaten Jack in the Box many times. I'm not the biggest fan of Jack in the Box. I call it Jack in the Crack. They offer, I think, breakfast 24 hours a day. They have these little egg roll things. It's alright, in a pinch, but it's not my favorite fast food place. My favorite fast food place, I know it's your next question. I like Wendy's. Wendy's, I think, is much higher end product than all the others. Much better than all the others, in my humble opinion, including Culver's. I'm not a fan of Culver's either. I like their custard's good, but in terms of the food they have on their menu, I'm not a fan. What's wrong, Sour Patch? What's wrong? No, I'm not letting you in my closet. Sour Patch is over here meowing. Okay, I gotta take a sip and let me catch up here. Go to the gym. Hey Sam, after the Ronnie Rona goes bye-bye, we should all get together and watch the Olympics. Listen to music and drink beer. All your favorites. Yeah, you got me there. I don't like the Olympics. I'm not really a music type of guy, and you cannot pay me to drink beer. I don't like beer whatsoever. Doesn't matter what kind of beer it is. I never developed a taste for it. I'll have a coffee with you though. But yeah, thanks for sharing with everyone all the things that I don't like. You know, you're keeping tabs on me. I like that. I appreciate that. Robert Vogel, not over till it's over. Maybe next year. We'll see. We'll see if he can pull it off. You want to hear something crazy? So when we're on our way to Queen Creek, there's a guy that sets up like an outside booth selling Trump merch, like T-shirts and flags. And I just noticed today, the dude is black. He obviously hasn't gotten the 411 about the Republican Party under Trump. I never really looked at him before. Today it was about to storm in that area and he's putting all his stuff away. I was like, cartoon wife, he can't be black. He's just like a dark Mexican guy, right? And she goes, no, he's black. I've seen him before. I'm like, really? What the hell is he doing selling all this Trump stuff? And so anyway, that's just an aside. Okay, more comments here. Mark Allison, moving there around May of 2021. How is the job market and salaries for experienced e-commerce managers? I would recommend go to Monster and Indeed.com. I am not a recruiter. Before the COVID thing, I would have told you come on down. The market's great. Now I have no idea. I can't tell you what the market will yield if people are actually hiring again. Couldn't tell you, but it sounds like you got a lot of experience and you're in a high demand field with e-commerce. I would think there would be jobs out here for you, but I can't verify that. But good luck to you. Monica Garcia, I personally know 7 people that passed away here in Washington State due to COVID. I wish more people would take this seriously. I've had several friends of friends. I knew one person personally that passed away, but I hadn't talked to her since I was a kid. And it's just sad. This is hitting home big time. Friends of friends, I hear stories all the time, you know, and it's just, I can't even put into words how infuriating it is that people think this is a political issue and not a science issue, and they walk around with a freaking mask. I'm like, seriously? And then I learned this week that Canada is fining people up to $750,000 if they're caught outside wearing a mask. You know, it's serious. This is not a joke. It's not just a flu with 99% of people walking away like nothing. It's not. No, it's not. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to try to keep it upbeat today, not go off the rails. I'm going to try at least. Silver Rose Gaming, what part of Queen Creek has most mountain views? I don't know. As far as I can tell, it all has mountain views. I mean, I've done a lot of driving around Queen Creek, and it's not as developed as Gilbert, but it's getting there. They are building it like gangbusters. And as far as I can tell, everywhere right now has a freaking mountain view. Retired 2019. Hey, Sam, what's up? Go to the gym. Okay, all right. They're talking amongst themselves. Feels bad. I agree about Wendy's due to it's the GOAT. That's right, feels bad. It's the greatest of all time. Wendy's. See, you guys agree with me about a few things here and there. We disagree, and that's okay, but once in a while I say something and you guys agree with me. You know, like not liking the Olympics. Let's see. Rob V, you don't like In-N-Out. No, I'm not a fan of In-N-Out. I think it's totally 100% overrated. And I know the locals are going to get pissed off at me, but I think In-N-Out is 100% overrated. It's not worth the wait in line, be honest with you. It's really not. That's just my opinion. Retired 2019. I don't like beer as well. Wow. It is rare for me to meet someone else that does not like beer. I got to tell you that. It is rare. Most guys I tell I don't like beer, they think I'm either a recovering alcoholic or they look at me funny. But, it's the truth. I'll take a shot of limoncello anytime, though. Rum and Coke I'll have, but I'm just not into the whole beer thing. That's just me. Phil, Sam, looking back, any opportunities lost that you regret not taking? That's a great question, Phil. That is a fantastic question, and I have an answer for you. Give me one moment. Let me just take a sip of this. All right, Phil. As I've mentioned, I've had over 20 jobs. And in an effort to get 20 jobs, I've had over 100 interviews. And only one job, I ever think, and I say, what if I would have taken them up on it? One job. And you guys are going to be like, what? I was once offered to be an IT guy for the NBA, the National Basketball Association. I shit you not. And they told me during the interview, if you take this job, you will get to go with the team to Hawaii and, work with them behind the scenes. And I thought about it. Again, I'm not a real big sports fan. And at the time, I was interviewing at a lot of different places. Another place offered me more money, and I didn't have to travel as much. So I went with the other job. But I always wondered, what if I would have taken that job and become friends of all these NBA players, I'll never know. But that's the one and only job opportunity that I kind of regret that I didn't pursue. Just because it sounded so freaking cool. Excuse me, I got a burp. And I don't have a mute. Excuse me. Okay. But great question there. Tippy Toes, I noticed that more and more Indeed jobs are for remote jobs, so you could live elsewhere. It might have an impact on cities if more people move out. That's great to hear. I haven't been on the market for a while, so I have not been looking on Indeed or Monster, but it's nice to hear that, remote jobs are back. I always see it. It happens in phases, in cycles. There's always a time within a company that they're all about people working remotely, and then there's a time where they don't want anybody working remotely. They want everyone in-house. So I've seen it both ways several times because I've been around the block. So right now, because of COVID, of course, they want everyone working remotely, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit if down the line, they're going to say, you know what, we don't want anyone working remotely anymore. We want you to come in. And if you live in a different state, you're screwed because then they're just going to let you go. So I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. But yeah, that's cool to hear. Oh, I got a super chat. 20 days. Retired 2019. Sam's Water Fund. Thank you very much. I drink a lot of water. And so I appreciate that. And I got to keep the lights on. It's hot as balls in here as usual. But thank you very much, Retired 2019. Okay, more comments. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the questions that were previously asked today. You guys are going crazy today. Hold on. Monica Garcia, I'm moving on Monday into a rental because I bought new construction and it won't be ready until February. I want the kids to start school there instead of here. Wow, okay, I get you. Well, congratulations on getting a new build done. That's freaking cool. They haven't broken ground on mine. So my house is not going to be ready until next, what is it, May. Yeah, May. Tila, what's the best gift you ever received? All right, I'll tell you the best gift I ever received. It's not a funny story, but it's a story. So Rory was born November of, of 2012. November of 2012. And it took me a minute to remember because in my mind, I think of it as numbers, not as... Anyway, anyway, she was in a NICU for several weeks. Several weeks she was in a NICU because she came out, she was a preemie, she was only 2 pounds, 5 ounces. So on Christmas Day of 2012, that's when we were able to bring home our little bundle of joy. So I'll never forget that. That was the best gift I ever got. Christmas Day, December 25th, 2012, we got to bring home our little girl. So, we had the special car seat that was rated for, 4 pounds, which is the lowest that they would let her get out of the freaking hospital. So that was the best gift I ever got. By far. Let's see. Tippy Toes, do you guys have Five Guys? Yes, we do. And it's expensive as all hell. I went to Five Guys, last year with Cartoon Wife and Rory. It was ridiculously expensive. And it's freaking greasy. I won't recommend Five Guys. I personally think it tastes better than In-N-Out, but it's freaking expensive. That's just my take on it. Daniel the Doors. Okay, you said to keep it upbeat. Have you ever... okay, have you ever heard of anyone getting stung in the butt by a scorpion asking for a friend? Have you ever heard of a scorpion biting someone in the ass? No, I have not heard of anyone biting a scorpion biting anyone in the ass. I imagine it's happened. People accidentally sit down on a scorpion. Have not heard of that. Like my brother-in-law, one of them, the guy that lives in Gilbert, 7 minutes away from me, he had a baby scorpion in his beard a couple weeks ago. But I haven't heard of anyone sitting on a scorpion getting stung in the ass, if that's what you're asking. It's a weird question to ask. Not for nothing there, Daniel. Jay DeQuento, Wendy's, Frosties, and fries together. On point. There you go. Retired 2019. I drink wine. Jalopy, you should try micheladas. I have tried micheladas. It's not my thing. My ex-wife was Mexican. She loved micheladas, which is why I know what they are. It's not my thing. Tila, Sam, which actor would you play in a movie? I would love to play Tony Soprano. I realize it's an HBO show, but if they ever made a movie, I'd like to play Tony Soprano. Not for nothing. Feels bad. Why did your mom and brother move to AZ? Well, my mom and my stepdad, they were no longer working, and they thought Jersey was too expensive. Too expensive. They knew since they were no longer working, they were kind of forced into retirement, they weren't going to be able to afford to stay in Jersey. So they had a house out here in Mesa that they were renting out. So they decided to sell the house in Jersey. They made a few bucks from it. They paid off the house in Arizona for the most part with the proceeds, and they relocated from Jersey to Arizona. So it was primarily for financial reasons, because they knew they weren't going to be able to swing the big nut over there in Jersey. So that's why they moved. My brother, he has had enough in New York. He worked in a city. He was there at 9/11. He was he was a few blocks away from the World Trade Center when they fell down. And he had just had enough of Wall Street because that's where he worked. And he didn't want to deal with New York anymore. And he was never really a big fan of Jersey. So he decided to follow my mom down here to relocate because he didn't really care for New York, New Jersey. Me, I absolutely fell in love with Jersey. I go back in a heartbeat. But Cartoon Wife refuses. That's why I'm stuck here. And no, I'm not on witness protection. Before anyone asks, I'm not on witness protection. Let's see. Okay, Based Oz. I'm a guy. Beer is gross. Shots all the way. Thank you, Based Oz. Another person agrees with me that you don't like beer. I have nothing against people that drink beer. Cartoon Wife drinks beer. I don't. Beer will sit in the fridge forever and ever and ever. I will not touch it. You cannot pay me to drink beer. I think it tastes disgusting. But that's just my opinion. Everyone has a different palate. Jay DeQuento, Sam, your beard is getting a little gray. Let me let you in on a little secret. My beard is all gray. The longer I leave it growing out, I'm actually due to shave my head and trim my beard. I keep my beard very, very, very thin. So the longer it grows out, the more gray you see. But it's all gray, except for maybe the mustache part. It's all gray. So this just goes to show it needs to be trimmed. But yeah, it's freaking pretty much all gray like Santa Claus, pretty much. But I normally keep it very thin, but I've been lazy this week. I haven't shaved my head. I haven't trimmed my beard. But thank you for noticing it's mostly white. It is. No question. No question. I don't front. I don't dye it. This is just how it is. Just wait. It's going to happen to you too. Just wait. Give it a little bit. Based Oz, NBA teams always underpay because of the cool factor. I don't remember how much they offered me at the time. All I know is that another place offered me more, and that's why I went with the other place. But I love being able to say that I was offered a job with the NBA, and I turned them down. Because I'm short. I'm only like 5'9", 5'10" on a good day, depending on the shoes I'm wearing. But I'm a short guy. And, just imagine me hanging out with these behemoth tall guys, 7 foot whatever. I would look teeny tiny. Jada Cuento, your beard is getting a little... Oh, you already read that. Okay, never mind. Okay. Jada Cuento, watching you on big screen like Phil, can see all the small details. That's why you're commenting about my beard. All right, fine. There's a little too much detail there. Let's zoom out. Let's just zoom out a little bit. You're commenting a little too much on my details in my beard. I don't like it. Tila, gray is sexy. Oh my. Cartoon Wife watches the show now because she wants to see what I'm saying behind her back. So she watches the show now, Tila. So you better take it easy with those comments, but I appreciate it. Tila, gray is the new black. Cartoon Wife loves gray. Everything in her freaking house is gray. She forced this background, I know might look a little bluish. It's actually a dark gray, this background. The floors are gray. Everything in this whole freaking house is gray. Everything. So in the new house, it's the same damn thing. The one we're building in Queen Creek, everything is gray. She's all about gray. So maybe that's why she likes to keep me around, because my beard is gray. I don't know. Susan Jones, I drink Prosecco. Well, isn't that expensive? I've heard of it. Phil, Jada Quinto, nice. Okay, Tila, that's a lovely gift, Sam. Rob V, Five Guys is trash. How do you really feel about it? You can tell I don't read these in advance. I'm reading them live. Hey, Royal Rose, hi. Royal Rose, what area of Gilbert are you from, my man? I'm not from Gilbert. I live in Gilbert. I live, I live near ASU by the Polytech campus towards Mesa. I don't know what area that is. But yeah, I live by the ASU campus, Polytech, if that helps you with geography. Okay, hold on. Daniel, how is Philberto's? Philberto's is okay. It's not great. The one I go to, I don't know if they're all like this, but the one I go to, they have a foul attitude. Every time I I pull up to the drive-thru, get the Guinness. What do you want? And then I'm pausing. Hurry up! So then I tell them, and I'm like, is that it? I'm like, no, this, and this. Okay! And then I drive up, and then they make me wait 20 minutes at the freaking drive-thru. They are slow as molasses. So not only did I have a poor attitude, they're slow as hell. Slow! I mean slow. Like, holy crap. And this didn't just happen once or twice. Every single time I have a bad experience going to that one. It's, where is it? On Williamsfield, and it's towards... where is it? Like by Val Vista. I think it's by Val Vista and Williamsfield. In that vicinity, the Filbertos. They always have a foul attitude. I don't know why. And, they just mean to me all the time. Every time I've ever been. So I try not to go there. I haven't been there in a really long time. Let's see here. Tippy Toes. I do not like beer. Another guy saying you don't like beer. Wow. Silver Rose Gaming. So you think home prices go up slower in Tucson area? I'm not an expert on Tucson. Not an expert whatsoever. I did a video on it. It's on the channel. I'm not the biggest fan of Tucson. It is developed. But Tucson, all they really have, other than the military base, is U of A. That's it. And there's kind of sketchy areas in Tucson. I'm not the biggest fan. So that's all I'm going to say. I would not consider moving there. I would much prefer living in the valley in either Chandler or Gilbert or Queen Creek in the east part of the valley. But that's just me. That's my opinion. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. A lot of people are pissed off about my Tucson video. I got a lot of haters on that Tucson video. They got mad that I went to their precious city and had negative things to say. Now, in all fairness, it wasn't me. It was really Cartoon Wife. Cartoon Wife went off the rails on that video talking bad about Tucson because she went to ASU and she has this whole thing that it's ASU versus U of A, and so she was bad-mouthing Tucson like crazy, and the natives were pissed at her. They went to town writing nasty comments about Cartoon Wife, and so I delete them all so she doesn't see them, but to this day I still get negative comments about Tucson. But it's not my favorite city. So if you don't currently live in Tucson and you're just considering moving there, I would encourage you to look elsewhere. That's just me. That's just me. My opinion. It's just opinion. More questions. Wow, you guys are really on fire tonight. Okay. I don't want to butcher this. Tassetti Morris. Tassetti, did I say it right? What's the largest music festival in the Phoenix area? As far as I know, there is no music festival in the Phoenix area. I've heard rumor that they do some sort of festival, but it's not like, that big one they do in the desert that everybody talks about. It's not like that whatsoever. It's not a real big music scene here in the Phoenix Valley. Sorry. Tila, brushing your teeth or wiping your butt. You have to give one up. Where are you getting these questions from, Tila? Which one would it be and why? Here comes the bidet reference. I would give up brushing my teeth because you can use mouthwash. That's why I would give up brushing my teeth as opposed to the other. And yes, I am getting a bidet in the new house. That's for sure. Silver Rose Gaming. What do you use to shave your head? I need something good. I use shaving cream. However, I've been told a cheap alternative that works better, and I've done it a couple of times. You use conditioner in the shower. So if you actually use conditioner in the shower to shave, you get a better shave, and it's cheaper than using shaving cream. But me, personally, I use shaving cream, and I get these nasty bumps in the back of my neck. So I use different things. I have medicated shampoo I use. I also use this anti-acne stuff. And I tried tons of different razors to help with the skin burn. So it's a whole thing. But yeah, my answer, I use shaving cream. I've heard good things about using conditioner. I've done it a couple of times. Like if I'm in a pinch, like if I'm traveling and I don't have shaving cream, I forgot to bring it with me, I'll just ask the hotel for some extra conditioner and I'll shave using the conditioner. So that's a pro tip for you there. Okay. More questions here. Retired 2019. My hair and beard is 90% gray. The women love it. Look at that. Tila. At retired 2019. Keep it. Phil has gray and it looks great on him, Tim. Phil. Sam. Tell Tila you can use bidet for both. We gotta end the show right there. I'm not gonna beat that. You can use a bidet to brush your teeth and wipe your ass. Mommy has questions. Can she write the questions in the chat? What are you doing? I'm not seeing your questions in the chat. Cartoon Wife apparently is writing questions in the chat and asking if I'm ignoring them. I don't see her questions in the chat. Oh, that was funny. That was funny there, Phil. All right. Let me get back on track.
Daddy cannot see your comments.
Sour Patch, stop. Sour Patch. Stop your cat, please. Watch what you're doing. Okay. Okay, Rob V. Roberto's is the McDonald's of Mexican food. When I lived in Arizona, I ate there and had my stomach messed up for 3 days. Oh, man. Danny B. What do you know about private high schools in the Phoenix area? Are they worth the price? I'm reading the live stream comments. She has to post in the live stream comments. I don't know much about private high schools. I can tell you there are charter schools here, like Basis. Basis is a charter school, which means they are publicly funded, but supplemented from parent money. I'm trying to talk over here. I'm chatting over here. Please. If Mom, I invited Cartoon Wife to come and join us. She doesn't want to. That's on her.
Yeah, she's writing comments.
Yeah, but I don't see her comments, so it does her no good.
Find them.
No, I can't find them. I have the stream up. That's it. That's all I'm going to look at. If she wants to comment, she can come upstairs and take a seat.
I am, and then
well, I don't see her comments here, right? I don't see her comments. So, too bad. If her comments aren't coming up, she can come up the stairs, have a seat. She can be off camera and talk. So,
Dad wants you to come up.
I thought you said she would watch me live. She can hear me. All right, goodbye, Rory. I'm trying to talk over here. You're taking away time from the Zonies. Let's go.
I can just talk.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to talk to you now, too. All right. All right, so in regards to basis, as I said, it's a charter school. It's unbelievable freaking basis. If you're concerned about education and you don't mind if your children have 4 hours of school every homework every night, you can look at the basis. It's off the charts. They have an Asian mentality. I didn't want to do that to her, and some people are into that. They want their kids to go to the best schools. And it's like putting your kid through hell. But you could look into that. Like I said, it's not private. It's a charter school. But I've been told they don't enforce it, but they recommend that each parent give them $5,000 a year. So that's what I've been told. They recommend each parent give them $5,000 a year. So to me, $5,000 a year is a lot of money. That's just me. But like I said, they're publicly funded, privately run, and they just ask for some supplement money from the parents. And my one niece goes there, and they're forever doing fundraisers. Every other day before COVID, would you like to buy popcorn? Would you like to buy this? Would you like to buy that? And it's like, it's annoying. So for her, what I intend on doing, they do like candle sales, like Yankee Candle. I just buy a shitload of candles because I don't want to be asking people for money. So I just buy a bunch of candles. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll ask for people for money on this live stream. You know, like, don't forget, if you haven't already bought it, go to movetaz.weebly.com to get your copy of Moving to Arizona Masterclass. I shouldn't say copy. It's just a link to the video. It's 1 hour and 42 minutes of me telling you everything that I wish somebody would have told me prior to moving to Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, guys, I am shameless. I had to give that plug. I also have not plugged the A-Team. Might as well do it now before I forget. If you're looking for real estate here in the Phoenix Valley, this is who you need to call. Janet and Gabby, the A-Team. Their number's right there, 602-376-0739. So we got all the plugs out of the way. Yeah, I know, I'm shameless. I could even plug my t-shirt right now, but I'm not going to do that to you. Let me take a sip of this, and then we'll continue with the questions and answers, all right? Your mom could come up if she wants. Okay, more questions here. All right, retired 2019 Attila, okay. Desert Dreams. Hey Sam, are some areas of Gilbert better than others? I notice homes in north area of Gilbert sit on the market longer. Is there more crime there? I think you're referring to the area closer to Mesa. Gilbert overall is one of the safer cities in all of the Phoenix Valley. Mesa is not the best city in all Phoenix Valley, even though both cities are real close to each other. I can't tell you why in particular the north part of Gilbert takes longer to sell. I can tell you that I'm told the area I'm at sells like gangbusters. So it all depends. You know, you gotta look at the comps, see what. I can't tell you why. I can't. All I can tell you is right now I've been told Gilbert is red hot. Red hot. Anything that's less than $300,000 sells the next day. But over $300,000 could take you a little bit to sell. But, you know, that's just what I know about Gilbert. But I'm not a realtor. If you need a realtor, contact Janet and Gabby, the A-Team. Okay. Silver Rose Gaming. Awesome. Thanks for the tip on the head shaving. I know where I got that tip from. I got that tip from Nick Nimmin, who's another YouTuber. Big YouTuber. Big. Oh, your mom texted, and I could see it over here. But it's not on the live stream. But I could see your mom's text over here, though. That's interesting. I'm on a Mac, so I could actually see her text. She wrote, "What are you doing, child?" Talking to Rory, who's on my iPhone. Okay. Daniel, how about the water quality in AZ? The water quality here is ass. The water quality is horrible. You do not want to drink the tap water. I'm not saying you'll die from it, but it tastes horrible. Worse than Dasani. Worse than Dasani water. It's horrible. Okay, well, you can't just get a Brita and put it the tap water in and think it's going to taste good. It's not going to taste good. Over here, you have three options. Number one, you get what's called an RO, a reverse osmosis device. It looks like another faucet. in your sink. You put a grommet there, and underneath there's all these filters. So then when you, Aurora, I'm talking over here. So you hit the button, the water comes out. You can put it in a pitcher, and then put the pitcher in the fridge so it gets cold. That's option number one. That's your cheapest way to go. The setup initially is going to be about $300, and then after that, it's only $100 a year to change out the filters. That's option one. Option two, you can get a water cooler, just like they do in the office. They'll ship over a water cooler to you, you know, and that you can either get it filled up at like the little Tiamos, you know, like the Circle K's, or they can deliver them to you, you know, on a rotating basis. You could do that. Or lastly, you could do like I do, and you buy a ton of water from freaking Walmart or Costco. That's what we do. But again, it's a big waste of plastic, you know, I know that. But that's just what we do. At a previous house, we had a reverse osmosis, and that's what we did there. Okay. Feels bad. Why do people think there are aliens in Sedona? There's been a lot of reports about aliens in Sedona. I know I saw, I won't say aliens, but I saw UFOs in Ahwatukee, Arizona. So I know what I saw. Tippy Toes. What do you and Rory do together for fun at this time? Nothing really. I mean, for the most part, she sits in front of the TV. She plays with her freaking Nintendo Switch. She uses the laptop. I've been trying to get her to use the typing app to learn how to type. And that's about it. At night, we just kind of hang out. Oh, you didn't shower today, kid. You didn't take a bath. You did yesterday? Well, that was yesterday. Today's today. You need to go take a shower. It's already going to be 9 o'clock, Stinky. Stinky, it's 9 o'clock already. Are you going to shower first thing in the morning? All right, I'm going to hold you to that. We don't really do anything together. I really like playing Uno with her, which we don't do too often. We really should do it more. I like the game Uno. It's one of the games we play together. To answer your question. Tippy Toes, I already answered that. Go to the gym. I want to see the CWS questions and comments. Cartoon wife. I want to see them too. I don't see the cartoon wife questions here. Tila, do you need a water softener system as well? Yes, you do. The water here is very hard. So yes, you need a water softener. Feels bad. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen in Arizona? I'm going to say the aliens. Let me, just for the hell of it, let me go to the YouTube page and see if I see any comments from Cartoon Wife anywhere, because I don't see any here on the live stream, so I don't know where the hell she's commenting. I'm just curious. Where is she commenting? Because I don't see anything, guys. I'm looking for it. Let's see if she posted anything. I'm not seeing any comments here either, so I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I don't know where she's commenting, but I don't see her comments. Nope, I don't see her comments anywhere. I don't know what she's talking about. But there have been other people that swear to me that they comment, but I never see them on the live stream. So there's this one user, Michelle's daughter. She like gave up posting on the live chat. She always told me that she posted because she would tell me afterwards. She would post a comment saying, hey, how come you keep ignoring me? And I never saw her comments on the live stream. Same thing, I guess, with Cartoon Wife. I'm not seeing her comments on the live stream either, for whatever reason. I don't know why. Okay, more questions, guys. Okay, I already talked about how we do need a water softener. Patricia P, does the tap water get cool for brushing teeth, or is it always warm? It gets cool enough for brushing your teeth. It's not red hot when I brush my teeth. It's fine. Feels bad. What's the craziest thing I've ever seen? I told you I saw aliens. Well, UFOs. Danny B, have you heard anything about the hunting out there? Are you allowed onto tribal lands? I have no idea, but I will tell you I would not attempt to go on tribal lands. Those guys, they'll stick a tomahawk up your ass. They don't play around. You stay far away from the tribal lands. You're okay going into casinos, but I would not play around hunting on their grounds. No freaking way. You're crazy without even thinking about that. In terms of hunting, I'm not a hunter. You know, I know they have lakes that are stocked that you can go and fish at, but that's all I know. What?
Look,
what are you doing?
Right there.
Right where?
That's what she's doing.
Yeah, but I don't see it here. She's posting here. I don't see it. Wait, hold on. Wait. Yeah, I don't see her comments here. I see her comments here on the phone, but I'm looking here and I don't see her comment for whatever reason. It's not showing up on the live stream.
Let me tell her.
All right. Well, hold on. I can just read her comments here. Okay. So Cartoon Wife wrote, "Mean people are mean. U of A still sucks." And then she wrote, "There are several music festivals. Biggest is Country Thunder." Country Thunder. So yeah, there's no music out here. Yeah, so another comment. "Can you see this? Jeez." No, I cannot see her damn comments. Her comments are not coming through. I don't know what to tell you. They're not coming through. If she wants to comment, she can come up and sit down next to me. All right, let's continue. Silver Rose Gaming, why don't you like solar panels? Because I think they cost too much money. You pay a big, huge upfront cost, just as if you were buying an electric car. And unless you're going to stay in the residence for like 100 years, it doesn't make sense financially. You know, that's my opinion. Doesn't make sense. So I just rather would not. And then another thing is you have to get a second mortgage. And then when you sell your house, the new owner's going to have to overtake that second mortgage. It's not worth it, in my opinion, to get solar paneling. Not at this point. Maybe when the technology gets better and cheaper, but at this point, it's still way too expensive of initial investment. And yes, I know, the government gives you back a little bit of money. I still don't think it's worth it. Phil, is the weather in Gilbert cooler than usual for July? It's been very cool in the Bay Area, 60s. It was cool, what was it, yesterday? It was like 90. Otherwise, no. It's hot as balls as always. Tila, okay. Feels bad. Is Tempe the largest mall or Scottsdale? Tempe? I don't even know Tempe had a mall. There's the Chandler Mall. There's the Arizona Mills Mall, which is in by Ahwatukee. There's the Chandler has the Fashion Center Mall, and there was another one. There's several malls out here. There's even one in Mesa. There's Superstition Springs Mall. You got the one by Arrowhead. There's another mall up there. They got lots of malls here. In terms of which is the biggest one, I can't tell you. But we don't have anything here crazy like they have in Minnesota, like the Mall of Americas. There's nothing out here like that. You know, they're all standard malls. Except I got to tell you, the Arizona Mills Mall, they got a Legoland and they got a freaking aquarium in the mall. And the one the one in Phoenix, there's like a mall in Phoenix in the ghetto. That one has a Costco in it, so kind of crazy. Okay, Danny B, do you guys have anything like the big Texas State Fair? There is a Phoenix State Fair every year. There is. It's called the Fairgrounds, the State Fair. Yeah, they definitely have one every year, and they have tons of cops. The NFL does this thing there, and yeah, I've been to it once or twice. You get the freaking turkey legs that are like this freaking big. I kid you not, the turkey leg is monstrous. It's like a freaking dinosaur leg. And yeah, I've been there once or twice. It's too many people. I don't like going. Parking, you gotta pay like $15 to park. It's not worth it. In my opinion, it's not worth it. I don't like it. That's just me. I'm a homebody. Okay, Tippy Toes, can you take a picture of the monsoon or her boobs sometime when you get them? I've been meaning to take a picture. I just haven't. I haven't had the opportunity to take a picture, but I will one day for sure. So let me go back to the questions that were previously asked. We've been at this over an hour. Cactus Jack in another 15, 20 minutes is going to shut off. So let me go ahead and hit up the rest of the questions that were previously asked, guys. Let me finish this water though, okay? Because when I do a lot of talking, my throat gets parched. Feels bad. Have you seen a rattlesnake in AZ? No. I have not seen any snakes in AZ. I've seen coyotes. I've seen black widows. I've seen scorpions, crickets, Palo Verde beetle. But I have not seen any snakes whatsoever. So, all right. So let's see if I could go back to the questions that were previously asked. Hey, Sam. Okay, this is from my Russian friend that watches the show. I can't say his name because it's in Russian. But he wrote, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. Hey, Sam, are you going to run for president? No, I'm not going to run for president. Just like someone else asked me if I'm going to run for mayor. No, I'm not running for any sort of political office. I'm not interested in it at all. At all. Plus, all the stuff I say on this channel that's racy, they would crucify me. I can't. I just can't. I know. I have no interest in holding any sort of public office. But thank you guys for asking if I'm going to either run for president or mayor. I have no interest in either one. Next, from our friend Tila. Those were the days. Sam, what is your favorite age or decade? Okay. Well, there's no time like the present. Right now, we have technology. We have cell phones, airlines, the internet, cars, highways, trains, boats. We got running water. We have electricity. We got refrigeration, Uber. I mean, there's so much that we have that we take for granted. Right now is the best time in history to live, in my opinion, because we have fantastic opportunities. And but to answer your question, I'm what you call a nap nut. I love Napoleonic history. I know it's like, what? I heard the story of Napoleon once. I was watching this long-ass special about Napoleon, and I heard his story, and I fell in love. I was like, this is freaking awesome. Why didn't they tell me this in freaking history class? The story of Napoleon is incredible. I like the story so much, I took the time to write an animated screenplay about his life. Now, most documentaries about Napoleon are like 12 hours long. That's how much this guy did in his lifetime. It takes 12 hours to tell his story. But I made a very, no, I won't say I made the movie. I wrote a screenplay, animated in mind for his story, which I thought was incredible. And the other day, Rory asked me, Daddy, how come you have so much stuff about Napoleon? I took a picture for you guys. Okay, this is my shelf, one of my shelves that is all about Napoleon. See, I'm not joking. I really am a nap nut. I love Napoleonic history. I have all these old books and even VHS movies. I have freaking soundtracks from different movies. Did you guys know that the same guy that played The Godfather, Marlon Brando, played Napoleon in a movie called Desiree? Check it out online. I'm not making that up. If Marlon Brando, the guy who played The Godfather, played Napoleon, Napoleon was an alright guy, right? So I'm just saying. So I really like Napoleonic history, and I thought he was a badass, and he wasn't like freaking like Hitler. You gotta read his story, okay? Check out the story for yourself. The guy wasn't even French. He was Corsican, which is more Italian. He wasn't even French, and he ended up taking over. It's a crazy-ass story. If you don't know his story, I recommend you look into it. All right, so let me see what other questions we got here. Phil, in terms of good rewind. In terms of good ethnic restaurants, what do you think is most lacking in Arizona between Italian and Asian cuisine? They have a lot of variety here in the Phoenix Valley. We have Moroccan, there's Vietnamese, Japanese, Indian, there's Mexican, obviously. There's even Puerto Rican restaurants. There's tons of variety out here. So that's not a problem whatsoever. The food is good here. I never say nothing bad about the food. The food is very, very good here. I haven't seen too many fusion restaurants, but I haven't exactly been looking for them either. So, that's one thing I went to one fusion place here. It's no longer in business. I'd like to see more fusion restaurants to answer your question. Thanks for the question there, though, Phil. Go to the gym. Have you ever spent time in a slammer? No, I have not, because no one's ever caught me doing anything bad. The closest I ever went to going to the slammer, as you like to put it, I once had my bank account frozen by the IRS. And when those bastards unfroze it, they took every penny that was in there. So I was a bad 1099 business owner. I did not pay my quarterly taxes on time. And they warned me. They're like, if you're a day late, we're coming after you. And they were not kidding. I was a day late. And they were like, okay, that's it. But yeah, I had my run-ins with the IRS. They audited me after that. It's they don't know. You don't play with the IRS. The IRS is not to be played around with. I'll tell you that. So I've learned my lessons. I will forever get professional help, and I cannot be trusted with running the books myself. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't do anything really bad other than not pay them on time. So they do not play around. They took all my money. All of it. You know, imagine somebody freezes your account and you have no money to your name and, you know, you don't know how the hell you're going to get money. That's the position I was at one point. It was kind of scary, but now looking back, it's funny. It's funny now, you know, after some time, years and years and years and years. But live and learn. So guys, those are all the questions that were previously asked. Let's see what's going on with the live stream. Holy crap, the live stream, the screen just totally moved. Wow. Okay, let's see how many more questions we have here from before. Okay, hold on. Okay, Danny B, I saw a rattlesnake using the crosswalk in Texas. I swear, I believe you. I ran over a bird today in the middle of the road. I didn't mean to. And there's freaking feathers in my grill. I'm going to have to get the car washed. I shouldn't laugh. I felt a little bad about it. Okay. Tippy Toes, are you or were you ever a gamer? The answer is yes. Growing up, I was spoiled. My mom gave me money to buy all the systems. Like the Nintendo, like the old Nintendo OG, the original. I'll tell you a quick story about that, okay? Nintendo, the quality at the time was not great. So you know how kids always blow in the cassette, right? Well, my Nintendos, I used to play nonstop. And after like a month, they would stop working. And so I didn't have money to buy a new system. So what I would do is I would go back to the store. And I would, because it was past the 30 days, they wouldn't take it back. I go back to Toys R Us. I would buy another Nintendo system, come back home, put the one that was busted in the box, and then go back to the store, tell them it didn't work, and get a refund. And I did that, I don't know how many times. I cannot tell you how many times I pulled this. And to this day, I refer to that as, let's do a Nintendo. So taking something that's bad, putting it in the box and returning it, you know, for a refund. So that's how I continued to have a working Nintendo system. So I played video game systems for years. Years and years and years and years. I had the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis. My first computer was a Commodore 128. You know, I played tons and tons and tons of games growing up. And then I decided it's not worth my time. Because my time is all we got. You know, and if I'm going to sit on my ass for freaking 10 hours a day, you know, just playing a game, what is that going to do for me? It's not going to make me no money whatsoever unless I'm a freaking professional gamer. I just don't see the value in it for me. Again, I'm the same guy that used to watch Netflix. I rated over 1,000 movies on Netflix. I don't really watch movies anymore. I don't do much. This is it. This is what we're doing now. This is my outlet. This is my hobby. As weird as it sounds, my hobby is YouTube, okay? That's it. That's my one and only hobby. I don't have any other hobbies. I don't go golfing. I don't really watch movies. Cartoon Wife and I will see 90 Day Fiancé and all the different flavors of 90 Day Fiancé. We also love this show on Netflix. What's it called? Somebody Better Feed Phil. I love that show. We just finished watching the season. We love watching Jersey Shore. But that's about it. That's it. I really don't watch anything else besides that. That's it. And it's just you guys. Right now it's COVID time. I'm doing more of these live streams, not so much pre-recorded videos. A few weeks ago, I took the time to create this series, the Moving to Arizona Masterclass. Did I mention this, guys? If you go to movetaz.weebly.com, you too can get a link for only $10 to hear everything I have to say for 1 hour and 42 minutes about the good, the bad, and the ugly about living in Arizona. Yes, guys, I am not shameless. I had to throw that in there, you know. But yeah, you guys are my hobby. That's what it is. It's my creative outlet. I have over 300 videos on this channel. 300. A lot of freaking videos. I have 15 city tour videos. I've written, I'm a creative guy. You guys have seen some of the products I've created. I have previous CDs I've made. Like I mentioned, I wrote a screenplay for a movie. I got the paperback book. I got ebooks and all sorts of crapola I've developed over the years. At one point I had like 20 websites. I'm a creative guy. I've since calmed down with trying to be an entrepreneur. I don't see YouTube as a business. I just see it as a hobby, and I joke around. I have Patreon. I got different avenues. I got the sponsors, of course, Janet and Gabby. I got you guys that are nice enough to send me these super chats. Some people have bought the course I keep ramming down your throats. I get funds, and it's enough to keep the lights on. But believe me, I am not making a ton of money with this at all. It's just basically paying for itself, So I'd much rather have a hobby that is a wash than one that's costing me money. Because again, I'm very frugal and I'm always watching my dollars, But hey, that's to answer your question. YouTube is my hobby. I don't play video games anymore. In terms of what systems we have currently, we have the Xbox One, and we got no, I don't mean Xbox One. I mean Xbox 360, the old Xbox. I don't have Xbox One. I have Xbox 360, and we got the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, which Rory and Cartoon Wife love to play that stupid game Animal Crossing. They play that stupid game all the goddamn time. And I'm always asking them, can you burn people's houses down? Can you take people hostage? Can I kill that damn raccoon? And then they say, no, you can't do any of that. This is not GTA. You can't kill anyone. I'm like, well, can you at least, hold someone ransom? Or can you throw someone in a bag and throw it in a river? And they're like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm like, can you at least burn a house down? Come on, let's do something. And they just did a release. You can go in the water now. I'm like, all right, can you stick someone in a raft and send them away? And they're like, no, you can't do that, Daddy. So anyway, I just get irritated with the Animal Crossing crap. I know it's supposed to be relaxing. I don't find it relaxing. I find it irritating. Tom Nook, that's the name of that asshole. Tom Nook, he is a criminal. He's like, right off the bat, when you play that game, Tom Nook is taking you for your money. And then you got to continuously pay him off. So, no, I would take out Tom Nook for sure. So, anyway, I said too much about Animal Crossing. Next question. Here we go. Okay. Go to the gym. That Tila, 80s all the way. Danny B, I thought you were going to say that you love cat naps or power naps. I don't take any naps unless I'm not feeling well. I probably should. Okay. Tila, Sam. Make me want to read up about Napoleon. Appreciate the books you showed us. I'll tell you a little bit about Napoleon. I don't want to put you to sleep. I'll tell you the part of the story I like the best. Give me 1 minute. Okay. All right. I'm not going to bore you with a whole bunch of details. Tell you the part of the story I like the best. So, as I mentioned, Napoleon was not French. He was Corsican. He managed to get himself in a place of power, of authority, and eventually he became an emperor. Okay, he crowned himself at the Notre Dame. He had the Pope in front of him, and the kind of guy he was, he took the crown from the Pope. He didn't even wait for the Pope to crown him. He took the crown and he crowned himself emperor. That's the kind of man he was. And for the record, he thought church was for the weak. He thought it was just a way to keep the poor people at bay and think that, they could not turn on him. So he was not a guy who was a believer at all. So he crowns himself. His wife Josephine is there. And he becomes emperor. And he's all about conquering new lands, right? He starts to gain some weight. And he's still going out there. He's a fantastic strategist. He conquers lands. And he gets greedy. That was his downfall. His wife suggested to him, well, at that time, she was his ex-wife. She suggested to him, don't go after Russia. This is a bad idea. And he still went after Russia. And he took all the armies of the world, because keep in mind, he kept conquering all these other countries. And so he had a huge army. Huge. And they didn't have tanks back then or cars. They went by foot. So they marched to Russia. They did not plan this out very well. Due to the weather, he lost majority of his army. He gets to Russia. Moscow's on fire. And I know I'm butchering some of the details, but follow me. The city's on fire. He finally gets there. And then he decides to go back during the winter, okay? He marches his ass back over home, and by the time he gets home, his army's gone. And there's the freaking the all his enemies are waiting for him basically, and they know his army is gone, and they go and they put him in a captivity. Okay, they basically put him on a small little island. Okay, and they said, okay, little Napoleon, you get to pretend like you're the boss around here. This is your island. You've been exiled. This is where you're going to spend the rest of your days, right? The story does not end there. Here's the part of the story I think is the most incredible. Napoleon never gives up. It's not in his vocabulary to give up. So he then sneaks off the island and he goes back home to France. And he decides to go on foot to the freaking palace, right? And he goes on foot, and the bad guys have sent the army, his old army, whatever was left, to confront Napoleon because they heard that he landed on shore. So they go and they confront him, and it's Napoleon and his former army right in front of him, and they embraced him with open arms. He retook his throne without an ounce of blood. That's the part of the story I find so amazing, how everyone loved this guy because he did so much for them. He was not just a conqueror. He developed tons of stuff. He was a very smart guy. This guy never slept. He was seriously smart. And the people embraced him, and they put him back on the throne. Now, this pissed off the armies of the world. This infuriated them when they heard he escaped exile and reclaimed his throne. They were livid. So then they sent everyone out to get Napoleon. And ultimately, he ended up losing in a battle called Waterloo versus his nemesis, the Duke of Wellington. And that was that. Then he got exiled for good, and the end. Now, I actually have in my possession a piece of Napoleon's hair. I got it from Mr. Hair on eBay. So you know it's a fact, okay? It's a teeny weeny. It's this small. It's this teeny weeny small, okay? If you blink, you miss it. It's this small, okay? It's teeny weeny. A piece of Napoleon's actual hair, okay? So that's one of my prized possessions. I just love the story of Napoleon. Like I said, I could talk all day about Napoleon. I have a CD series where I do talk about Napoleon for like 2 hours. It's not for sale anywhere. I just have the CD here somewhere. Hold on. I'll put up a card. I'll go look for it. I'll show you. In the meantime, here, I'm going to put up this card so you can see what my Napoleon collection looks like. Let me see if I can find that for you. I have it here somewheres. Let's see. Here we go. All right. I found it. I'm coming back. All right. Well, you asked, Tila. So I have the CD, still is cellophane. This is CD 1 of 2. And then I have the same thing in like a DVD case. Same exact thing. There you go. So you can see there's actually 2 CDs. So that's a product that I sold a long time ago. I don't have it for sale anymore. But yeah, so that's why I like Napoleon, okay? So if that interests you at all, you could look into a story. Like I said, most of the documentaries that are out there are freaking long. If you're interested in that movie I mentioned about Marlon Brando, who's in it, it's called Desiree. You could check that out. I assume that you could see it for free streaming somewhere. Excuse me. I'm almost out of water. Cactus Jack is about to turn off. I kid you not. All right, so let's see what else. I'm going to have to blast through these questions, guys. Go to the gym. I suppose if you ever did go to the Slammer, it would be renamed the Sammer. Ha ha. Feels bad. Have you ever gotten into a heated argument with anyone here in the Valley? Yes. Yes, I have. People in my wife's family. Let's just leave it at that. Phil, IRS is no joke. I had my account frozen once. You too, Phil, huh? Open eyes to the truth. Rain, AJ, that is all. Well, it was raining by Queen Creek today, I can tell you that. Patricia P., what do you think of Jenny and Sumit? I love that show. Love that show. Sumit is a freaking liar. Anytime that guy's mouth moves, he lies. I would make fun of him with my Indian accent, but he doesn't really have an accent, so I don't want to do that. Will they ever get married? Is he scamming her? Well, the last episode I saw, they actually went to his attorney, and the attorney said it could take a number of years. But the attorney said Sumit's family has to give the okay. So it doesn't sound to me like they're ever going to get married. By the time all that stuff is done, all the paperwork, Jenny's going to die because Jenny's old. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Sorry, guys. We're talking about 90 Day Fiancé. Tila, have you been to France? I have not been to France. I would love to go to France. I've heard they don't like Americans, but I would love to go to France and take a Napoleonic tour. Would love that. Absolutely. That's on my bucket list. Matt. Hey, Matt Denham. Here, decided to leave the Virgin Islands. It's not working out down here. Looking to relocate to Phoenix despite the COVID situation. Do you think I'm crazy for doing that? Absolutely not, Matt. I actually considered moving to the Virgin Islands. I actually was married, my first marriage. I was married on Peter Island in the British Virgin Islands. And I've been to the Caribbean many, many times. I actually considered relocating either there or Puerto Rico prior to making the decision to move to Arizona. So I don't blame you one bit, though, for wanting to leave the Virgin Islands. I don't blame you one bit. Matt, also, will I see the Milky Way and UFOs at night? In the Phoenix Valley, you will not see any stars because of light pollution. Not unless you drive out to the wilderness where there's nothing, you're not going to see stars. The most amazing thing I've ever seen in my entire life is a sky full of stars in upstate New York. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it. There were so many stars, I couldn't count them all. Unbelievable. If you guys have never driven out to the middle of nowhere and actually see the stars, I'm telling you, you got to do it. You got to do it. I would love to take Aurora one day to go see the stars with no air pollution, no light pollution, I should say. UFOs, you might. I only saw UFOs that one time, but you might see UFOs. I can't tell you will or won't. Danny B, hey Sam, have you noticed that home prices have gone down during these COVID times or no different? They've gone up. They continue to skyrocket. It was like COVID never happened in terms of real estate. Unbelievable. Going up, and I'm afraid it's going to come down at some point. So that's why I'm kind of antsy. I want to sell my house sooner than later. It's going to suck. We're going to have to do a double move. We're going to have to sell this house, temporarily live in an apartment until our new house, like Monica's house, is finished being made, Knobhead, are there killer scorpions in Arizona? I have not heard of killer scorpions, If you're allergic, obviously you're going to die, but I have not heard of killer scorpions. Ryan C, green shirt giveaway. My shirts are all 30. My black shirts. This is just, I only have colors to wear. You're busting my chops over what I'm wearing. So guys, I'm going to have to end it because we're about an hour and a half in. The freaking GoPro Cactus Jack is going to turn off any minute. I'm not just saying that. It really is going to turn off any minute. So that's that. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on a Friday night. That concludes this edition of Arizona Living. Be sure to like, subscribe. Did I mention I have this course I created called Moving to Arizona Masterclass? You can get yours at moveToAZ.weebly.com. Yes, guys, I plugged it yet again. I have a little bit too much fun plugging that. But, all right. See you guys. Have a great weekend. Till next time. Yeah, music's working, kid. They can still hear us. They can hear us. It's playing. You can't hear it, but they can hear it. Well, hopefully. I believe. They did the last 2 times. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. I don't think I'm going to stream this weekend unless I get mad for some reason.